Welcome to topic 6, slope-intercept form. So this should be one that you're pretty familiar with because you learned it last year and we talked about it again this year. There are three different forms you guys are going to see. The first one is if you already have the graph. And I'm going to do the notes over here along the left side so that the practice problems kind of line up together with the notes example that it follows. So remember that a slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope. And you can calculate slope by finding rise over run, or the change in y over the change in x. B, the number at the end that's not next to x, is the y-intercept. And that's always where x equals 0. For instance, right here. This is my y-intercept because I'm right here at 0 on the x's. Okay? So as I go to calculate my equation, I need to find these two things first. You have to know what the slope is so you can put it in front of x, and what the y-intercept is so you can put it at the end. So I'm going to go look at my graph, and I'm going to draw a little triangle between these 2 points to count how much it's rising and how much it's running. So this one is going down 1, so that would be a rise of -1. But then it goes over 1, 2, 3, 4. So my slope would be rise over run, -1/4. My y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis right here at 3. Then to write my equation, I just put the slope in front of x, and the 3 at the end, the y-intercept goes at the end. And that's it. So start with y equals, and then put the slope first with an x next to it, and then your y-intercept goes at the end. Okay, the same thing works for reading these graphs backwards. You are going to make the first number the slope and the last number the y-intercept. This means that this graph will start on the y-axis at -4. And since the slope is 1/2, that means your rise is going to be 1, so you're going to go up 1, and your run is going to be 2, so you're going to go right 2.
I don't know if anybody else picks up on it, but nobody likes it.
Yeah, I never got picked up on it actually.
Like that. And notice how I kept going up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, until I got to the end of my graph, so that way I can draw a better line through more points. And then the very last one is if you have a table. So again, we're going to find the slope and the y-intercept first. And that's how I started every problem so far. For the slope, remember that it's y over x. So you have to go look at what's happening with the y values. And it shouldn't matter where you look. These are going down by 3 because 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus 3 is -1. -1 minus 3 is -4, and so on. It's a good idea to keep checking all the way down the table so you make sure you didn't make a mistake. Over here, the x's are going 0, 2, 4, 6. That's going up by 2. So my slope is the y over the x, -3 halves. And my y-intercept is where x equals 0. So go to the x side of your table and look for 0. It's right here. That means the y-intercept is 2. And then you put the slope in front of x and the y-intercept at the end.